In the North, if I'm the president or if I'm the governor in any state, we are richer than the South.
In what sense?
In many ways.
Hello, what's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be talking about Northern Nigeria and what Professor Usman Yusuf said recently, comparing that part of the country to South, which involved the Southwest, South-South, and the Southeast. What he said about the wealth of the North is actually shocking. Let me allow you to hear from the horse's mouth.
In the North, if I'm the president or if I'm the governor in any state, we are richer than the South.
In what sense?
In many ways. Three things. The North, agriculture, if we concentrate on three things: agriculture, solid minerals, and solar, we'll be done. All the water, all the hydroelectric power stations are in the North. Mambila. The Northeast is complaining there's no power. When
Mambila nothing is happening.
Yeah.
There are a lot of lamentation.
Yeah, who was there before? If we had developed Mambila, we wouldn't be in this mess. The North is richer than the South. We need
terms of
agriculture.
Untapped deposits.
Absolutely. We have the land for agriculture. We can feed not only Nigeria, but the whole of West Africa. Secure our people, let them go back to the farm. Number two, and do not abandon agriculture and go and run after this oil that is fluctuating all over the place. Solid minerals, we have it all. Why is the fight in Zamfara and all over this northwestern state? Because of gold.
Largely.
Yeah, a lot of it. And then previously in the last government, the National Security Advisor will come and say, oh, mining has been banned, no fly zone, no follow-up. Thirdly, and people should ask, where has been the gold of Zamfara? Where is the gold? We have the sun. We can power not only the region, but we can power the whole of the country. Whatever, all the governors largely, look, we look at the president more than we look at the governors. To be honest with you, largely 80% of our problems are the governors. Corruption and bad governance, I've said it again and again and again and again. We've had leaders in this country that we have benefited from. And all of these governors, all of these ministers have benefited from the good governance of our leaders past. All of them.
In the First and Second Republic.
Absolutely. They were good custodians of that which they were entrusted with.
What went wrong? Where did we start to get it wrong?
They were good custodians. They trained us. They did not accumulate. But now everybody else, the governor wants to not only accumulate, but leaves the state treasury empty. Not only that, indebted. So the primary thing is corruption and bad governance. Corruption and bad governance. It's everywhere. It's only more pronounced here because of the insecurity. It's going to bite us. And I've been saying it again and again, again and again. How many governors, how many ministers, how many service chiefs can retire and go back home and stay like those leaders of our time used to do? Used to go back home and stay with their people. Shagari went back home and stayed with his people. How many of these governors, these service chiefs, these ministers will go back home, ancestral home? They're all IDPs in Abuja because of bad governance.
Do you know that Northerners, they are the richest in Nigeria? I'm not capping. Northerners are the richest. But one thing about them is that they will never show off. You can never see them, oh, I bought this guy, I bought this one. No, normally they will have it silently. And they are so down to earth. When they have this money, you will never even know that you are standing with billionaire. You say, you'll be like, is this one safe? But when that person shows you their bank account, you will be amazed. So guys, you guys should try and respect Northerners, because if they are rich, they are rich. Hey God. If they are rich, like rich.
That the rich in northern Nigeria are not doing justice. They are not being fair. to the poor in northern Nigeria. They weaponize poverty and make it look like it is a religious thing. Oh, it is okay for you to be poor. It is kadara. That is who we are. It is part of our destiny to have the poor and rich amongst us.
Sincerely, I am very surprised to see this video coming from a northerner and a mother for that matter. This is what we have been preaching over the years about political weaponization of poverty. The moment there is a very big inequality between the rich and the poor, the moment there is a very big gap between the rich and the poor in any society, you will know that there is a very big problem. Certainly, everybody in America and everybody in Germany may not be super rich, but the gap between the rich and the poor is very small. That is why people may not be very rich, but they will still live comfortably happy. If we as a people do not rise up to deliver this country politically, there is nothing significant that can be achieved. I am happy that some of the messages we have been preaching on this internet space is beginning to get the required attention. Political weaponization of poverty over the years by politicians have been very rampant in the north, but now it's happening in almost all parts of Nigeria. The earlier we realize this, the better for us.
Dear northern Nigerian people, this is a wake-up call for all of us. If today they decide to make Nigeria survive on their region, what do we have in northern Nigeria? What do we have in northern Nigeria? I have come on here to talk about it several times, that the rich in northern Nigeria are not doing justice. They are not being fair to the poor in northern Nigeria. They weaponize poverty and make it look like it is a religious thing. Oh, it is okay for you to be poor. It is kadara. That is who we are. It is part of our destiny to have the poor and rich amongst us. But the proportion in which the poor and the rich are in northern Nigeria is unfair. Sakani da Allah, let's be fair. Let's be frank. Let us sit down at the table now and have a proper conversation. Because if today, Anche, northern Nigeria, that could share the camp with the abunda kuke, Peter the shi akasana, ubambe muke the shi. We have plenty bridges. We will start selling bridge. We will turn bridges to tourist sites. Roundabouts. We will turn it to tourist sites. Because if we do not have roundabouts, if you don't have roundabouts in your country, in your state, if you do not have new bridge made by every new governor, are you even in northern states? What is happening in northern Nigeria? By the time people say vote, we will say no, Kabila. No, let's follow tribe. Let's follow religion. Now that the economy has been turning on its own, how many times have you gone to the market and you have been offered free food because of your religion? How many times have you been offered free clothes because of your tribe? You're not sitting in your house. You now have light. You're not paying for light again because you voted this person. If you vote anybody, the person goes up there and doesn't perform well, you have every right to remove the person. But the truth is, Mue Arewa will just, come here, Allah, this and that. I'm not taking out the place of God. I am saying trust in God. But in that, use your sense. Use wisdom. These people have used money to separate us. They are intermarrying themselves and spending the money that we're supposed to be shared equally amongst us, the citizens. Arewa, we need to wake up. Gone are those days, they just come and tell us, oh, vote for this person is from your state. If this person from your village is not doing the right thing, remove the person and vote for the other person that would probably do the right thing for you. And the person doesn't perform well, come on to the person as well. Thank God it's not forever, it's for 4 years. Northern Nigeria, this is the time to join our heads together. All these bridges, they have not been helping us. The competition that we have now in Northern Nigeria is bridge. Any governor that comes in power, build bridge. Name it after you and after the person that you admire. Meanwhile, there are people in your state that are not educated. The educational system in Northern Nigeria is in the dustbin. Our security in the dustbin. If they say today, feed yourself, what's going to happen to us? This is a call to action for every northern now. Mutashin, who do you do?